For the law of the Spirit of life in Christ Jesus has made me free from the law of sin and death. For what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, God sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin, condemned sin in the flesh, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit.
I can see the signs now, cause my vision's clear. I can see the devil tempted when the Spirit's near. So I'm in the scriptures daily trying to change my life. All these years of being wrong, I'm trying to get it right. Being slow to anger, trying not to pop off. Being patient with my people when they go off. All judgment has been given to the Son. So with him, I've been trying to become one. All praises till I'm done. Trying to be his faithful servant, walking in this light. Keep my foot from darkness, walking out by sight. See his faith that's been moving that mountain that I've been struggling with. I'm glad I found him. The Messiah, the Christ, that's who I do it for. To give glory to the Father, that's what he did it for. He sacrificed, laid down his life, so we can be named blameless in the Father's sight.
No longer carnality, the Spirit is leading me, through his word my steps are ordered. Total control of me, where you lead I follow thee, through his word my steps are ordered.
Many are called, but few are chosen. Fighting with my flesh, trying to keep the Sabbath holy. Corner versus spirit, the battle is real. Gotta play without ceasing, keeping his will. Cause see, we all fall short, but blessings is mercy. Through his son, we can get it, just follow the verses. Cause sinning feel good, it pleases the flesh. But through the spirit there's life, the carnal is death. I've been drinking living waters, I'm feeling refreshed. I had to kill that old man to witness my best. I gotta study what I need to pass this test. Believing on his son, number one on the list. Now I gotta keep his law, hoping that I don't miss. If I do pray for forgiveness, don't do it again. I gotta keep my heart focused, don't follow the trend. Cause you cannot love this world when following him.
No longer carnality, the Spirit is leading me, through his word my steps are ordered. Total control of me, where you lead I follow thee, through his word my steps are ordered. In the Spirit, I will follow you, where you lead me. Through his word my steps are ordered. In the Spirit, I will follow you, where you lead me. Word my steps are ordered. In the Spirit, I will follow you, where you lead me. Through his word my steps are ordered. In the Spirit, I will follow you, where you lead me. No longer carnality, the Spirit is leading me, through his word my steps are ordered. Total control of me, where you lead I follow thee, through his word my steps are ordered. And Lord, I will follow you. Through his word my steps are ordered.
It's two. Hallelujah.
It's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Cover your mind, body, and your soul. It's in his name, the opposition foe. It's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Letting them know the kingdom is the goal. Gotta be clean before you hit the door. It's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Cover your mind, body, and your soul. It's in his name, the opposition foe. It's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Letting them know the kingdom is the goal. Gotta be clean before you hit the door. It's It's in the blood. Pray that he pour it on me like a flood. Used to be filthy playing in the mud. Now I'm connected running with the plug. He made me clean. Natural religion all in my jeans. Woke up this life and all what it seems. I see his kingdom all in my dreams. On the mount standing tall with the king. The ways of the world had to let it go. Had to stop posting up at the Texaco. Waving my flag when I rip the foe. Now the most high who I'm stepping for. Eating my script, yeah, it's edible. Believe every word, not a skeptical. Got me on point like a decimal. Removing the beam from my retinal. It's only one way to the throne. It's only one way to atone. He the one righting your wrongs. Bro, you can't do this alone. Without his blood, you a dead man. I pray he leave his mark on me like a headband. Ayy, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Cover your mind, body, and your soul. It's in his name, the opposition fold. It's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Letting them know the kingdom is the goal. Gotta be clean before you hit the door. It's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Cover your mind, body, and your soul. It's in his name, the opposition fold. It's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Letting them know the kingdom is the goal. Gotta be clean before you hit the door. I need his blood like a transfusion, and by his command, the only way this man moving. Ayy, I speak his word, make it translucent. Trying to be pure, so at judgment I can stand prudent. I plead his blood against the enemy. Going through the script as I'm warring with the enemy. Gotta keep his laws in my memory. The only remedy, assassinate the old man like Kennedy. Gotta endure till the last trumpet is blown. Remain faithful to the one on the throne, cuz without his blood, you a dead man. I pray he leave his mark on me like a headband. Ayy, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Cover your mind, body, and your soul. It's in his name, the opposition fold. It's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Letting them know the kingdom is the goal. Gotta be clean before you hit the door. It's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Cover your mind, body, and your soul. It's in his name, the opposition fold. It's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood, it's in the blood. Letting them know the kingdom is the goal. Gotta be clean before you hit the door.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. Shabbat shalom, everybody. It's your humble servant, D-Row the Truth Teller. As you can see, I'm by myself today by way of Aquila Priscilla Ministries, and we back with another lesson. As always, though, before we get started, we're going to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to the God of this Bible, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, the God of everything seen and unseen, by way of his only begotten Son, Yeshua HaMashiach, but he was introduced to us as Jesus the Christ. So we give him all praise, all honor, and all glory, and may his spirit increase as mine decreases. And as always, before we get started, I want to read Psalms 19:14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. Yes, as you can see, I'm here by myself today. Wife need to get a little rest. Had a long week, had a rough week this week. But the work still got to be done. So shout out to my wife. She won't be able to make it, but we gonna get this work in. So again, all praise, all honor, and all due to the Most High, God of this Bible. As you can see, the title of this lesson, we back in the series. It's all about prophecy. This is part 4, the Septre and the Lawgiver. We go hone in on the prophecy made to one of Jacob's sons, Judah. Because if you've been following us, following this series, we started off with Abraham, right? With the prophecy of Genesis chapter 3, where the woman's seed will be at enmity with the serpent seed, and the woman's seed will crush his head, and the serpent will crush the woman's seed's heel. So that's the prophecy we've been looking at in this series. And last series, we per the scriptures found out that the seed went from Abraham, right? And it went from Abraham to his son Isaac. From his son Isaac had 2 sons, Jacob and Esau. It went to Jacob, right? Jacob had 12 kids, right? And this prophecy went to Judah, right? So we're going to pick this up kind of where we left off at, right? So it's all about prophecy 4, the scepter and the lawgiver, right? But before we get started, I want to read this John 17:16. A friend of mine sent this to me before I got started today. And when he sent it, I was like, wow, that kind of resonates with what we're going to be talking about today. So let's read this right quick. John 17, and we're going to read 16 through 17. This is all about prophecy 4, the scepter and the lawgiver. If you haven't watched the last 3 videos, you might want to go check those out before you watch this one to give you a heads up of where we're at, because we're not going to do a lot of recapping today. We're just going to get straight into it. All right, but before we get started, we're going to read John 17, 16 through 17, and it reads, "They are not of the world, they being the believers in Christ. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth." And that's what we're going to look at today, his word, or you could say his prophecy, right? Because that's what it's all about, prophecy, his word, what the Most High says, regardless of what religion say, regardless of what your pastor says, what your teacher says, what mainstream media might say, right? We're sanctified by his word, by his truth, okay? So we're going to get in this today. Part 4, the scepter and the lawgiver. So we're going to start right here. Exodus chapter 1. Shabbat shalom to everybody that's on the chat. Shabbat shalom to everybody that's watching. I hope we get some edification in this lesson to see why the Most High kept the scepter and the lawgiver in Judah. Right? Why did he choose Judah to allow his seed to come through? Let's look at this. But let's start at Exodus chapter 1, 1 through 5, just to get a reminder of how many kids or how many tribes there are. All right. So we're at Exodus chapter 1, and we're going to do 1 through 5. Now, these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan and Naphtali, Gad and Asher. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, for Joseph was already in Egypt. So these are the 12 sons of Jacob, right? You got Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Benjamin, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, and Joseph, right? However, Joseph didn't have a tribe, right? His sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, right? Ephraim being his younger son, Ephraim becoming the biggest, right? Became his tribe, right? So when you think of the tribe of Joseph, it'll be Ephraim. All right. And we're going to look at that later on. Just stay with us. Okay. So these are the 12 sons of Jacob. Now, let's go to Revelation 5. Because just like when Abraham had a lot of kids, right? The Most High had to distinguish which one of these kids is this prophecy going to go through, right? So just like Jacob, right? Having all these kids, the Most High had to distinguish which child or son this prophecy was going to go through. And Judah becoming a huge tribe, he had to distinguish out of what person out of this tribe am I going to do this prophecy through. All right, so let's look at this. Let's get a little recap. Let's go to Revelation. Like I said, we're not going to do too much recap, but we're just going to do a little bit to remind you of what we're talking about, just in case you didn't look at the last 3. All right, so Revelation chapter 5, and we're going to do 1 through 10. Let's see. It's all about prophecy 4, the scepter and the lawgiver. Revelations 5. Just stay with us, man. We're going to get into it, or why we actually named it this. What the scepter and the lawgiver is. All right. Let's go. Revelations 5, 1 through 10, and it reads, "And I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within and on the backside, sealed with 7 seals. And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, Who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof? And no man in heaven, nor in earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon." That's because no man on this earth was able to be that sacrifice that the Father needed to fix what happened in the garden. right? It had to be his son. Verse 4. And I wept much because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book. You see, no man was worthy, neither to look thereon. And one of the elders saith unto me, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the seals thereof. And I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the four beasts, and in the midst of the elders stood a lamb, as it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent forth into all the earth. And he came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne. And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of the saints. Now this is what we honing in on, verse 9 and 10. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof. For thou wast slain and hast redeemed us by the blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation, and hast made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. See, that's this whole point of this prophecy, was to redeem mankind, right? And John is getting a vision, seeing that this has been completed, right? Let's go look at this, though. Genesis 49. Because the Most High got to play this out on earth. Just like it played out in heaven, he got to play this out on earth. We pray it out of time. May thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, right? So let's look at this, 49. Let's get into the lesson. Shabbat shalom, everybody that's coming on the chat, man. Hope we get some edification in this. We're basically just following the storyline of Genesis chapter 3, verse 15, the prophecy, right? The woman seed versus the serpent seed. We just following the story because I find it extraordinary or awesome that you can actually read the story right here in these scriptures. This is awesome to me. So it shouldn't be no questions, or shouldn't be no what's the prophecy? Who is the people? Who did Jesus come from? Who did the seed come from? It shouldn't be no question because it's all right here, and we've been going through that these three lessons. All right, so let's go to this Genesis 49, and we're gonna do 8 through 10. Just another recap script, and then we're gonna get into it. Let me get in here. Let me find it right quick. I ain't got my reader today, so y'all gonna have to bear with your brother. All right, so we have 49. We're going to do verse 8 through 10. All right. It says, Judah, thou art whom thy brethren shall praise. Right there, you should know, right there, that should tell us that the Messiah is coming from him, because we don't praise no man, right? Praise is a form of worship, right? So we don't worship or praise no man, all right? So that should give you a clue right here of what's going on, right? It says, Judah, thou art whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father shall hold down. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Look what he said, though. He said, thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Genesis 3. He said, the seed is going to crush the serpent's head. I know when you step on somebody's head, sometimes you get a little neck in there. I'm just saying. Where we at? Verse 9. Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Verse 10. This is what we honing in on. Verse 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. So this is a major point in this prophecy right here, right? It said that the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet until Shiloh come. Now, in order to get a better understanding of this verse 10, we're gonna look up some words. First of all, we're gonna look up this scepter. What does scepter mean? So let me share my screen, bring up this blue letter, and we're gonna look up some words. All right. Let's look up this. Let's see what this word scepter means. All right, it's up there. Okay. Septre. Let's look at this.
Strong's H 7626. Shevet.
Right.
And second entry, Shevet.
All right, look at this. Rod, staff, branch, offshoot, club, scepter, tribe. All right. But look down here what caught my attention. Mark of authority. You see that? Mark of authority. So what the Most High is saying through his servant Jacob to his son Judah, that until Shiloh come, my authority, right, to be shown to the people on this earth is always going to be in you, Judah. You see that's basically what he's saying, right? My authority to all the people on this planet is going to be shown through you, Judah. That's what he's telling you right here. Okay, so what does lawgiver mean? All right, let's look at this. Because it said the scepter and the lawgiver will not depart nor leave from between his feet until Shiloh come. Let's look at this. What does lawgiver mean? Now, I'm telling y'all, this is important to get an understanding before we continue into the lesson, to understand what these terms mean. Let's look at
Strong's
this.
H 2710. Chakak.
So this is lawgiver. To cut out, to decree, inscribe, set, engrave, govern. You see that? So what he's telling Judah is, until Shiloh come, right? Not only is my authority to show the rest of the world is going to be through you, but my government, my decree is going to be in you as well, right? The people who proclaim my name and decree my laws and decree my statutes is going to come through you, right? This is what was just prophesied, and this is what we're going to look at today, all right? The scepter and the lawgiver. Why did he say it's going to stay in Judah? Right? I just give you a little hint. Just like Abraham had many children, the Most High had to distinguish which one of these kids that this prophecy is going to go through. Same kind of way in this situation. We're going to see, though. Let's go to the next script. Hold on. Nope. Hold on. Going too fast. Let me look at one more word. We got to know what Shiloh mean. My fault, y'all. Let me slow down. Let me go back. Shiloh. Until Shiloh comes, right? This
Strong's H 7886. Shiloh.
Okay.
Shiloh.
So until this Shiloh comes, Judah is going to be the representation of God, basically. Look at this. He whose it is, that which belongs to him, tranquility, says meaning uncertain. But look at the Strong's definition. Tranquil, Shiloh, an epithet of the Messiah, right? So Shiloh is just another word or another phrase for the Messiah. So what is this prophecy saying, right? Until Shiloh comes, until the Messiah comes, Judah is going to be my representation on this earth. Basically what he just said. So let's look at this. Let's look at it. Judah is going to continue this prophecy. Through Judah, this seed is going to come. So let me stop sharing the screen. And let's look at Isaiah 11. Isaiah 11. Isaiah 11. And we're going to do 1 through 5. Isaiah 11, 1 through 5. And it reads, and there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, a branch shall grow out of his roots, and the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him. The Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge, and of the fear of the Lord. Now, again, this is a prophecy, basically a precept to what we just read in Genesis, right? Because we know Jesse is from the tribe of Judah. Stay with us. We're going to look at that. All right. Verse 3. And shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of the Lord. He shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor, and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. He shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. And righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins. So I'll skip down to verse 10. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. Here's another key phrase, right? Or key word, I should say, sorry. Ensign, right? He said, in that day shall that root that's going to come out of Jesse shall stand for an ensign, right? Let's look it up. We got to know what this means. Ensign. He said, ensign for the people. And not only for the people, but the Gentiles is going to seek to this ensign. Let's look at this. Isaiah 11. All right, let's see what this word ensign means. This is important for when we go on into the lesson. Verse 10, ensign. All right, you have a good day, man. Yep. Ensign. Where we at? All right, here we go. For an ensign. Let's look at this, man.
Strong's H 5251. Nace.
Mm-hmm.
Nace.
Look at this. Something lifted up. Standard. Signal. Pole. Ensign. A banner. Right? So what is this? What is the Most High saying to us through the prophet? Right? That this root that's gonna come out of Jesse, right, is gonna be the new standard, right? Because right now, ever since the garden, our standard has been fleshly. Our standard has been worldly first, right? But this root that's gonna come from Jesse is gonna fix that. He's gonna give us a new standard, right? He's gonna give us a new banner, right? Or a new way of life, so to speak, right? Remember, the whole point of this prophecy is to fix what happened in the garden, right? And the Most High, through these prophets and through these scriptures, is telling us who this seed is gonna come through, right? What people this seed or this Messiah is going to come through. You see? All right. Let's keep it going. Let's look at the next. Let's go to the Testament of Levi. Testament of Levi. Just to get a little bit more precepts on this Genesis, right? That Genesis 49 that we just read. Let's go to the Testament of Levi. Matter of fact, I think I can pull this up for y'all too. Let me share the screen, pull this Testament of Levi up for y'all. All right, Testament of Levi. Share the screen. And boom, right here. All praise is working for me today. All praise. All right. Now, check out what the Most High told Levi. Now, he just showed Levi a couple of heavens, right? But look what he told him. We're gonna start at verse 10, and we're gonna do 10 through 12. This is the book of the Testament of Levi. This is on page, what is it? I think it's page 788 in your volume 1 of the pseudo, 788. And we on chapter 2, we're going to do 10 through 12. But check out what he say though. It says, do not be amazed concerning this, for you shall see another heaven more lustrous and beyond compare. And when you have mounted there, you shall stand near the Lord. You shall be his priest, and you shall tell forth his mysteries to men. Now, understand what he just said. You shall tell forth his mysteries to men. Yes, the Lord has mysteries, right? And he only reveals that to his believers. You see? He said, you shall announce the one who is about to redeem Israel. Didn't we just read, right? He's sending a redeemer, right? Levi is going to be the one to announce this. It says, through you and Judah, the Lord will be seen by men. You see, through Judah and through Levi, the world will be seen by men. By himself saving every white race of humankind. You see that? By saving every race of humankind. This is the whole point, right? To fix what happened in the garden. And he's letting you know through Judah and through Levi, the world is going to be seen by him. Now, you might be saying, wait a minute, D-Roy, you said Judah. Well, why we bring Levi into this? That's why you gotta stay with us, right? We gotta read to get more understanding and more comprehension. All right. But let's go to the next spot. Let's go to the Testament of Judah. Flip over a couple pages, the Testament of Judah, page 800. And we're gonna do chapter 21, 1 through 6. Let me get it on here for y'all real quick. What's that? 853. I think that's it. Boom. I think that's it. Yep, here we go. And I'm gonna read 1 through 6. This is the Testament of Judah, right? Chapter 21, 1 through 6. Now, like I said, you can find this in the volume 1 of the pseudo. This is what this is in. This is what this is in. Volume 1 of the pseudepigrapha. All right. Hope y'all can see that. All right. Now check out what Judah say. All right. And now, children, love Levi so that you may endure. Do not be arrogant toward him, or you will be wholly destroyed. To me, God has given the kingship, Septre, and to him the priesthood, Lawgiver. You see that? Septre, Lawgiver. And he has subject the kingship to the priesthood. To me, he gave earthly matters, and to Levi, heavenly matters. As heaven is superior to earth, so is God's priesthood superior to the kingdom on earth. Unless through sin, it falls away from the Lord and is dominated by the earthly kingdom. You see that? He gave Judah the kingship and Levi the priesthood. So we got Septre and Lawgiver, right? And Judah just told you that the priesthood is more important lest the kingship fall into sin. See, letting you know that we always need law, man. It's always about keeping this law. All right. So let's keep it moving. That was just the precept to show you that the scepter and the law is not going to depart from Judah. All right. So now let's get into this. Let's go to the next one. Because Judah is a big tribe, probably the biggest tribe, right? So who in Judah, right, is he going to fulfill this prophecy through? Let's go to 1 Samuel. Let's go to 1 Samuel. So we established that it's going to be through Judah. The scepter and the law is not going to leave through Judah. But like I said, what Levi got to do with it? I thought we were talking about Judah. Stay with us. Stay with us. All right, so we're at 1 Samuel. And we're going to do 16. And we're going to do 1 through 17. All right. And it reads, and the Lord said unto Samuel, how long wilt thou mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel? Fill thine horn with oil and go, and I will send thee to Jesse the Bethlehemite. The Bethlehemite, right? Bethlehem. This is a city in Judah, right? So we know Jesse's from the tribe of Judah. All right. For I have provided me a king among his sons. We know King Saul was the first king, right? Saul disobeyed the Most High and didn't repent. So the Most High took the kingdom from Benjamin, right? Because Saul's from the tribe of Benjamin. And now he's giving it to the tribe of Judah to fulfill prophecy. All right. So where we at? Verse 2. And Samuel said, how can I go? If Saul hear it, he will kill me. The Lord said, take an heifer with thee and say, I am come to sacrifice to the Lord. And call Jesse to the sacrifice, and I will show thee what thou shalt do. And thou shalt anoint unto him whom I name unto thee. And Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem. And the elders of the town trembled at his coming and said, comest thou peaceably? Now, the reason why they said this is because, never mind, I ain't gonna get into that. That's another story. Anyway, verse 5. And he said, peaceably, I wanted to stay on track of the prophecy. Because we're about to go through a little bit of history. And this history has a lot in it, right? But we want to stay on track, man, about this prophecy because it's easy to get off, right? So let's stay on track. And he said, peaceably, verse 5. And I am come to sacrifice unto the Lord. Sanctify yourselves and come with me to the sacrifice. And I sanctified Jesse and his sons and called them to the sacrifice. Verse 6. And it came to pass when they were come that he looked on Eliab and said, surely the Lord's anointed is before him. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I refused him. For the Lord seeth not as a man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. Remember, we read in the last lesson that his ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. The way we judge things, he don't judge them that way. The way we see things, he don't see them that way, right? Verse 9. Then Jesse called Abinadab and made him pass before Samuel. And he said, neither have the Lord chosen this. And Jesse made Shammah to pass by. And he said, neither have the Lord chosen this. Again, Jesse made 7 of his sons to pass before Samuel. And Samuel said unto Jesse, the Lord hath not chosen these. And Samuel said unto Jesse, are here all thy children? And he said, there remaineth yet the youngest, and behold, he keepeth the sheep. And Samuel said unto Jesse, send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither. And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy, and withal of a beautiful countenance, and goodly to look to. And the Lord said, arise, anoint him, for this is he. See, what we think the Most High deems acceptable, now he don't always deem acceptable. That's why we really got to search, man. We really got to read and find out what he deems worthy and what he deems righteous. All right. Verse 13. Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from that day forward. So Samuel rose up and went to Ramah. Now check this out. Right when the Spirit fell upon David, just like when the Spirit fell upon the Most High, first thing he did was perform a miracle. Check out what David did. Remember, when the Spirit came upon him, he went to the wedding and turned the water into wine. Check this out. But the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from the Lord troubled him. And Saul's servant said unto him, behold now, an evil spirit from God troubleth thee. Let our Lord now command thy servants, which are before thee, to seek out a man who is a cunning player on a harp, and it shall come to pass, when the evil spirit from God is upon thee, that he shall play with his hand, and thou shalt be well. And Saul said unto his servants, provide me now a man that can play well, and bring him to me. All right, skip down to 21 and do 21 through 23. And it says, and David came to Saul and stood before him, and he loved him greatly. He became his armor bearer. And Saul sent to Jesse, saying, let David, I pray thee, stand before me, for he hath found favor in my sight. And it came to pass, when the evil spirit from God was upon Saul, that David took an harp and played with his hands. So Saul was refreshed and was well, and the evil spirit departed from him. You see, off top, performing miracles, removing demons. You see, but that's not what we gonna. That's not him letting David know that the prophecy is going through him. Let's skip to chapter 5, 2 Samuel chapter 5. Like I said, man, we're not gonna go through the history, right? We're just gonna focus on certain points, on important points to bring out our point about this prophecy, who this prophecy is falling on, right? Because like I said, man, it's a lot of history in this story about Israel and Judah, the tribe of Judah, and all. It's a lot of history, man, a lot of story, and we can get off track. So we're trying to stay on track, right? So let's go to 2 Samuel chapter 5, and we're going to do 1 through 5. 2 Samuel chapter 5, 1 through 5. We're going to do a little fast forward into history, right? All right, so we had 2 Samuel chapter 5. Let me go do 1 through 5. Said, then came all the tribes of Israel to David unto Hebron, and spake, saying, behold, we are thy bone and thy flesh. Also in time past, when Saul was king over us, thou was he that lead us out and brought us in Israel. And the Lord said to thee, Thou shalt feed my people, Israel, and thou shalt be a captain over Israel. Stay with us. We're going to read that prophecy. All right. This is what the elders of Israel is drawing from, right? This prophecy that was written. All right. We're going to read that, right? Because it was a lot of turmoil going on between the house of Saul and the house of David, right? A lot of turmoil. They was beefing, right? So David really brought the kingdom together because it was divided between the house of Benjamin and the house of David. All right. So let's look at this. Verse 3. So all the elders of Israel came to the king to Hebron, and King David made a league with them in Hebron before the Lord, and they anointed David king over Israel. All right, so now David is king over Israel. He actually anointed the kingdom. I'm sorry, not anointed, but united the kingdom. Similar to what the Messiah is going to do, right? When he comes back the second time, right? Because not only did he cleanse his people of sins, so now we're able to repent for our sins through him, right? He's also going to gather his people back together and unite this kingdom. All right, that's another lesson, but stay with. That's what I mean by getting off track. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to get off track though. All right, let's go. Verse 4. David was 30 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 40 years. In Hebron, he reigned over Judah 7 years and 6 months. And in Jerusalem, he reigned 33 years over all Israel and Judah. You see that? Over all Israel and Judah. But remember, the prophecy is that the scepter is not going to leave Judah. Why? You're going to stay with us. All right, skip down to verse 12, and we're going to do 12 through 16. And David perceived that the Lord had established him king over Israel, and that he had exalted his kingdom for his people, Israel's sake. And David took him more concubines and wives out of Jerusalem after he was come from Hebron. And there were yet sons and daughters born to David. This is important, right? Just like Abraham had kids, just like Jacob had kids, Isaac had multiple children. The Most High made a distinction between those kids who his prophecy was going to go through. David's no different. All right, let's look at this though. Verse 14. And these be the names of those that were born unto him in Jerusalem: Shemua and Shobab and Nathan. Keep that name Nathan in mind. And Solomon. Ibahar also, and Elishua, and Nepeg, and Jephiah. I wish my reader was here. And Elishama, and Alidia, and Eliphalet. I'm sorry. Eliphalet. All right, so these were the children of David born to him in Jerusalem. Like I said, as always, the Most High makes distinctions on who this prophecy is going to go through, right? Let's keep moving. Let's go to 2 Samuel chapter 7. Flip over to chapter 7. All right. Now, David is established, right? He conquered his enemies. He's settling down, basically, right? He's telling his prophet Nathan that he want to build the Most High house, right? But check out what the Most High tell him. All right, so we at 2 Samuel 7, and we're going to do 5 through 16, right? This is after David tell Nathan, I want to build a house for the Lord, all right? Verse 5. Go tell my servant David, thus saith the Lord, shalt thou build me an house for me to dwell in? Listen to what he tell him. Whereas I have not dwelt in any house since the time that I brought up the children of Israel out of Egypt, even to this day, but have walked in a tent and in a tabernacle. In all places wherein I have walked with all the children of Israel, spake I a word with any of the tribes of Israel, whom I have commanded to feed my people Israel, saying, why build ye not me an house of cedar? Most High saying, have I asked any of y'all to build me a house? He said, I've been dwelling with the children of Israel since we came up out of Egypt. Have I asked any of them to build me a house? That's what he asked him. Check this out. Verse 8. Now therefore, so shalt thou say unto my servant David, thus saith the Lord of hosts, I took thee from the sheepcote, from following the sheep, to be a ruler over my people, over Israel. And I was with thee whithersoever thou wentest, and have cut off thine enemies out of thy sight, and have made thee a great name, like unto the name of the great men that are in the earth. Moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and will plant them, that they may dwell in a place of their own, and move no more. Neither, see, the gathering of my people. See this, that's why prophecy is important. We got to read prophecy. Listen to what the Most High is telling David through his servant Nathan, right? This is prophecy, all right? He said, moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and will plant them, that they may dwell in a place of their own, and move no more. Neither shall the children of wickedness afflict them any more as before time. The children of wickedness, you see? Verse 11. And as since the time that I commanded judges to be over my people Israel, and have caused thee to rest from all thine enemies, also the Lord telleth thee that he will make thee an house. You see that? He's saying, David, I'm going to make you a house, right? Now, we're not talking about just a house, a 4-bedroom house, 5-bedroom. We're not talking about that, right? Look at this. And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. You see that? This is the prophecy. He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. Now, at first glance, right, we think that this is talking about Solomon, because Solomon is his son that actually built the temple. But we gotta read, right? It said, he shall be building a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. See, that's the key word right there. Forever. Right? Solomon ain't on the throne no more. You see? Where we at? Verse 14. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men, and with the stripes of the children of men. Ask yourself, was Solomon chastened with the rod of men, or with the stripes of the children of men? But I can go read in Isaiah 53 where one was done like that. You see? Prophecy is important. All right. Verse 15. But mercy shall not depart away from him, as I took it from Saul, whom I put away before thee. You see, he snatched the kingdom away from Saul, right? And gave it to Judah or to David. You see? He's saying, with this son that's going to come from your bowels, I'm not going to snatch the kingdom from him, right? Even though I'm going to put the iniquity of men on him, I'm not going to snatch the kingdom from him. It's going to be established forever. You see? Verse 16. And thine house and thy kingdom shall be established forever before thee. Thy throne shall be established forever. See? This is the prophecy letting David know that, yeah, I'm going to use your line, right, to fulfill my prophecy that I made not only to Adam, but to Abraham, to Isaac, to Jacob, to Judah, now to you. You see? Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Because he said it's going to stay. It's going to stay in Judah. Why did he say that? Hold on, okay, here we go. That's why I'll pray this for my reader, boy. You be needing that reader sometime. Let me get back on track, though. 2 Samuel. Okay, let's stay at 2 Samuel. Let's go to chapter 12, though. Let's go to chapter 12. Let me make sure I was done with that. Yeah, okay, I'll just go to 16. All right. 2 Samuel chapter 12. All right. And we're going to do 24 through 25. And it reads, and David comforted Bathsheba, his wife. When you look up that word comforted, that means consoled, right? Repent, actually. If we know the story of what happened with David and Bathsheba, he actually slept with her and murdered her husband. So when he say, and David confronted Bathsheba, his wife, he probably, I'm told her, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that, or however, he probably confessed to her, is what this is saying, right? And David confronted Bathsheba, his wife, and went in unto her and lay with her. And she bare a son and called his name Solomon, and the Lord loved him. And he sent by the hand of Nathan the prophet and called his name Jedediah, because of the Lord. Let's look up this word Jedediah, though, right? Because this lets you know who the Most High is dealing with when it comes to his sons, as far as this kingship, right? So look at this, and then this prophecy, right? Let's look at this word Jedediah. So we have 2 Samuel. Hold on, y'all. Let me type it in real quick. 2 Samuel, where we at? 12. Let's see. Yeah, let's look at this word Jedediah. 25, verse 25. Verse 25. Jedediah.
Strong's H 3041. Yedidia. Yedidia.
Basically means beloved of Jehovah. You see that? So out of his kids, Solomon, right, was the one beloved. But keep Nathan in mind, though. That don't mean Nathan was just cast away. Just keep Nathan in mind, though. All right. So let's get back to it. Where we at? Let's go to 1 Kings. Let's keep moving. Let's go to 1 King. Let's go to 1 King. And we gonna do chapter 2, 11 through 12. 1 King chapter 2, 11 through 12. We just following the bloodline, man. Following the seed. Who did this seed come through? We see Judah, right? The tribe of Judah. All right. So we had 1 King chapter 2. We're going to do 11 through 12. And it reads. I'm going to start at verse 10. So David slept with his fathers and was buried in the city of David. And the days that David reigned over Israel were 40 years. 7 years reigned he in Hebron, and 33 years reigned he in Jerusalem. Then sat Solomon upon the throne of David, his father, and his kingdom was established greatly. All right, so we see, the kingdom was established through Solomon. Well, let's see what happened, man. Because the prophecy was that it was not going to leave the feet of Judah. Why? And this is important to understand when we look out in the world today, right? When we look out in the world today and we see people claiming or masquerading to be Jews, right? I think this lesson and this understanding that we're going to hopefully that we're going to get from these scriptures will remove the scales from our eyes so that we can actually see who God's people really are according to the scriptures. 1 King chapter 11, 1 through 2. 1 King chapter 11, 1 through 2. And it reads, because through Solomon, the kingdom was established greatly. But what happened? But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love. And hopefully, Lord willing, man, in the near future, we're gonna do a lesson on these gods. Because contrary to popular belief, these gods of these nations are still being worshipped and served today in this nation, the United States, and all over across the world. But let's stay on track, though. Let's skip down to verse 9 and do 9 through 13. So Solomon them fell off, basically. Solomon them fell off. All right. So let's look at this. 9 through 13. And the Lord was angry with Solomon because his heart was turned from the Lord God of Israel, which had appeared unto him twice. And he commanded him concerning this thing, that he should not go after other gods. See, you're going to read it all the time, man. We shouldn't go after other gods. What are these other gods? Stay with us. Hopefully, like say, put it on me, man. Bring it out. Because I've been wanting to. Let's stay on track, though. Let's stay on track. Other gods, into verse 10. But he kept not that which the Lord commanded. Wherefore the Lord said unto Solomon, For as much as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my commandment and my statutes, which I have commanded thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee and will give it to thy servant. Important right here. Rend the kingdom from thee and give it to thy servant. All right. Notwithstanding in the days, notwithstanding in thy days, he said, I'm not going to do it in your days, though, Solomon. I will not do it for David, thy father's sake, but I will rend it out of thy hand of thy son. That means your son ain't gonna rule over Judah and Israel. He gonna take that from your son. That's what he's telling him. Verse 13. Howbeit, I will not rend away all the kingdom, but will give one tribe to thy son for David my servant's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, which I have chosen. See, Jerusalem's sake, which I have chosen, or Judah's sake, which I have chosen. Remember, he told Judah, the scepter nor the lawgiver ain't gonna leave from you, Judah. But I'm gonna have to display some discipline, man, because y'all gonna be hard-headed. Just stay with us. You're gonna see this. Where was that? 13. Skip down to 29. And we're gonna do 29 through 39. 29 through 39. And it reads. And it came to pass at the time when Jeroboam went out of Jerusalem that the prophet Ahijah the Shilonite found him in the way, and he had clad himself with a new garment, and they too were alone in the field. And Ahijah, this is the prophet, caught the new garment that was on him and rent it in 12 pieces. And he said to Jeroboam is the son of Solomon. All right. He said to Jeroboam, take thee 10 pieces, for thus saith, I'm sorry, not Jeroboam, I'm sorry. That's not his son, I'm sorry. And he said to Jeroboam, take thee 10 pieces, for thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, behold, I will rend the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon, and will give 10 tribes to thee. But he shall have one tribe for my servant David's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, the city which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel, because that they have forsaken me and have worshipped Ashtaroth, the goddess of the Zidonians, Chemosh, the god of the Moabites, Malcolm, the god of the children of Ammon, and have not walked in my ways, to do that which is right in mine eyes, and to keep my statutes and my judgments, as did David his father. Howbeit, I will not take the whole kingdom out of his hand. See, I will not take the whole kingdom. We getting on something now. Stay with us. I won't take the whole kingdom out of his hand, but I will make him prince all the days of his life for David my servant's sake, whom I chose, because he kept my commandments and my statutes. But I will take the kingdom out of his son's hands, and will give it unto thee even 10 tribes. So Jeroboam is getting 10 tribes. All right. And unto his son will I give one tribe, that David my servant may have a light always before me in Jerusalem, the city which I have chosen to put my name. The city which I have chosen me to put my name there. And I will take thee, and thou shalt reign according to all thy soul desire, and shalt be king over Israel. And it shall be, if thou wilt hearken unto all that I command thee, and will walk in my ways, and do that is right in my sight, to keep my statutes and my commandments, as David my servant did, that I will be with thee, and will build thee a sure house, as I built for David, and will give Israel unto thee. And I will for this afflict the seed of David, but not forever. You see? Stay with us. I will afflict the seed of David, but not forever. All right. Skip down to 42 and do 42 through 43. And the time that Solomon reigned in Jerusalem over all Israel was 40 years. And Solomon slept with his fathers and was buried in the city of David, his father, and Rehoboam, his son, reigned in the stead. All right. So now we got Rehoboam. All right. Now, again, we're not going to go through the history of the wars between the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, but just know for like the first 60 years, they was beefing, man. But let's look at this. I want to share something with y'all real quick. I want y'all to see something. This is important to know, man. The kingdom is split now, right? So technically now the Most High has two daughters, Judah and Israel. And just like when Abraham had two sons at the time, he had to make a distinction. You see, now the Most High got these daughters, two daughters. Now he had to make a distinction, right? Who my seed gonna go through? And it was Judah. All right, but let's look at this though, man. Let's look at this chart. All right, let's see. Okay, boom, it's up. All right, look at this chart, man. Let me make it bigger a little bit. Boom. All right. Kings of the United Kingdom. All right. So you got Saul, you got David and Solomon. All right. Now we just read he rent the king from Solomon, and the kingdom was split in two. He rent the kingdom from Solomon, and it was split in two. You got the kingdom of Judah and the kingdom of Israel. That's important to understand and important to know when we get into the New Testament, when Shiloh finally comes, right? That's important to know. All right. So right now, we in the time of Rehoboam, his son, right? And Jeroboam, his servant. Because didn't the scripture say, I'm going to rend the kingdom from you and give it to your servant? All right. So this is where we at, right? Rehoboam, his son, Solomon's son, and Jeroboam, Solomon's servant, right? Ruling two kingdoms. So let's look at this. Ruling two kingdoms. I'm going to keep this up. But let's go back. All right. Let's go to 2 Chronicles and read what happened. Right? Because like I said, we're not going to go through the history of the wars, and we just need to know that they split. You know? We just need to know that they split. And this right here is going to give you what you call it, a gist, so to speak, of what happened. All right? So we have 2 Chronicles 11. We're going to do 1 through 5. And it reads, and when Rehoboam was come to Jerusalem, he gathered of the house of Judah and Benjamin 180,000 chosen men. So you got 180,000, what's that? 180,000 men, right? Which were warriors to fight against Israel. You see that? To fight against Israel, the kingdom of Israel. Told you they was beefing for like the first 60 years. They was beefing. It wasn't until I think King Jehoshaphat, and I want to say, I can't think of the other king's name, where they came together to fight against one of the nations that took one of the cities. Again, that's another lesson. Let's stay on track. But right now, they beefing. All right. 1,000 warriors to fight against Israel. End of verse 1. That he might bring the kingdom again to Rehoboam. Right? The kingdom. Unite the kingdom. All right. Again. Let's skip down to verse 11 through 11 through 17. And he fortified the strongholds. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read down. I'm gonna read down to verse 4. Let me see. Yeah, verse 4. Verse 2. But the word of the Lord came to Shemaiah, the man of God, saying, Speak unto Rehoboam, the son of Solomon, king of Judah, and to all Israel in Judah and Benjamin, saying, Thus saith the Lord, ye shall not go up nor fight against your brethren. You see, he got the Most High got two kids now. He got Judah and Israel. You see? Speak unto Rehoboam, the son of Solomon, king of Judah, and to all of Israel and Judah and Benjamin, saying, verse 4, Thus saith the Lord, ye shall not go up nor fight against your brethren. Return every man to his house. For this thing is done of me. And they obeyed the words of the Lord and returned from going against Jeroboam. All right, so they didn't go to war, but look what he did, though. All right, now go to verse 11 and do 11 through 17. This is Rehoboam, Solomon's son. And he fortified the strongholds and put captains in them, and store of victual and of oil and wine. And in every several city he put shields and spears, and made them exceedingly strong, having Judah and Benjamin on his side. You see, preparing for war against Israel. See, like I said, this 60 years, man, they was beefing, right? But it's a reason why we coming here, all right? Just stay with us. And the priests and the Levites, you see that? And the priests and the Levites that were in all Israel resorted to him out of their coast. For the Levites left their suburbs and their possessions and came to Judah and Jerusalem. See, the Levites were up with the northern kingdom. Remember, he gave 10 tribes, right? He only gave Judah one tribe, and that was Benjamin, right? So the Levites were up with the northern tribe. But look what happened. For the Levites left their suburbs and their possession and came to Judah and Jerusalem. For Jeroboam and his sons had cast them off from executing priest's office unto the Lord. And he ordained him priests for the high places and for the devils and for the calves which he had made. And after, verse 16. And after them out of all the tribes of Israel, such as set their hearts to seek the Lord of God of Israel, came to Jerusalem to sacrifice unto the Lord God of their fathers. So they strengthened the kingdom of Judah and made Rehoboam the son of Solomon strong 3 years. For 3 years they walked in the way of David and Solomon. You see that? So 3 years the kingdom of Judah is now walking in the ways of David and Solomon. All right? 3 years. Stay with us to go to the next one. 2 Kings 17. We're going to do 7 through 8. Flip back to 2 Kings. 2 Kings. Right? He said that the scepter won't leave Judah. The lawgivers won't leave Judah, right? Why Judah? Why not the whole nation, right, of Israel? Well, we see we done got a split going on right here now, right? We got 2 kingdoms now, right? So let's follow this, right? We got to read. That's the key. We got to read. All right. So let's go. 2 Kings, if I can find it. 2 Kings 17, and we're gonna do 7 through 18. 2 Kings 17, and we're going to do 7 through 18. All right. For so it was, the children of Israel sinned against the Lord their God, which had brought them up out of the land of Egypt, from under the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and have feared other gods, and walked in the statutes of the heathen, whom the Lord cast out from before the children of Israel, and of the kings of Israel, which they had made. And the children of Israel did secretly those things that were not right against the Lord their God. And they built them high places in all their cities, from the tower of the watchman to the fenced city. And they set them up, images and groves in every high hills and under every green tree. And they burned incense in all the high places, as did the heathen, whom the Lord carried away from before them, and wrought wicked things to provoke the Lord to anger. Verse 12. For they served idols, wherefore the Lord has said unto them, ye shall not do this thing. Yet the Lord testified against Israel and against Judah by all the prophets and by all the seers, saying, turn ye from your evil ways and keep my commandments and my statutes. He's saying that today. That's a whole nother lesson. Now let me stay on track. Turn from your evil ways and keep my commandments and my statutes, according to all the law which I commanded your fathers, and which I sent to you by my servants the prophets. Notwithstanding, they would not hear, but hardened their necks, like to the neck of their fathers, and did not believe in the Lord their God. And they rejected, you see that? And they rejected his statutes and his covenant that they made with their fathers, and his testimonies, which they testified against them. And they followed vanity and became vain, and went after the heathen that were round about them, concerning whom the Lord had charged them that they should not do like them. And they left all the commandments of the Lord their God, and made them molten images, even 2 calves. So they went back and like they was in the wilderness when they came out of Egypt, right? This northern kingdom, right? What's his name? Jeroboam had 2 calves created, and had the people worshiping these 2 calves again. You see, this is what the northern kingdom was doing, right? And made a grove and worship all the hosts of heaven and serve Baal. And Judah too. Judah was doing the same thing, because remember, for only 3 years were they doing what David and Solomon, right? It was only 3 years. You see, they fell into this too. Look what happened though. And they caused their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire and use divinations and enchantments and sold themselves to do evil in the sight of the Lord to provoke him to anger. Verse 18 is key. Therefore, the Lord was angry with Israel, with the northern kingdom, and removed them out of his sight. There was none left but the tribe of Judah only. You see that? That's why Genesis 49:10, right? Is so important, right? That the scepter will not leave Judah, that the lawgiver will not leave from between his feet until Shiloh comes. You see? The only one left in the world to proclaim the name of the true and living God was the kingdom of Judah. Israel was taken away by the Syrians. Like if you read early up in this chapter 17, you will see that. But for time's sake, we just gonna go to Hosea, right? And read just two verses to show you, right? To show you. Because he got rid of one of his kids, man. He got rid of one of his kids. That's why he had to tell us that, yo, it's gonna be Judah that's gonna proclaim my name. That's why when we come to the New Testament and Christ is walking around, we hear about the Jews. You see? Levi, Benjamin, and Judah. This was the kingdom of Judah, right? And remember, Judah told us in the beginning, Levi is the priesthood. This was the lawgiver, right? The Levites in the kingdom of Judah. You see? Let's go to Hosea, though. That's why I say, man, hey, you can read all through this whole book, his prophecy, right? Everything is lining up, man. And like I said, if you're hearing something I'm saying that don't make sense or it's not lining up, then shoot an email. Yo, D-Ro, you said this, man. I didn't get it. This don't make no sense. Or you said this, D-Ro, and this is, shoot us an email, man. Here at the Aquila Priscilla Ministries, we always say, man, this is not the end all be all, right? We learning just as y'all learning. So yeah, if I say something that don't make sense, or hey man, shoot us an email, right? But you see, look at this though. Let me go back to that chart. You see, this is where we at right here with the kingdom of Israel. Boom. It went all the way, right? Until right here, King Hoshea. This is when you see that the Assyrian captivity. This is when the Assyrians came in and snatched up the northern kingdom. That's why today you don't hear nothing about the northern kingdom. You only hear about the Jews. You see? All right, but let's go. Let's read this Hosea. Let's read this Hosea. If I can find it. Hold on, y'all. Okay, Hosea. We're going to do chapter 1, and we're going to do 6 through 7. 1, 6 through 7. Now, the book of Hosea is about a prophet Hosea that the Most High told to go marry a prostitute so that he could show the relationship between his people and him, right? He likens his people to prostitutes, to whores. So he told this prophet to marry the prostitute so he can, reveal to Hosea how he's dealing with his people. All right. So we at Hosea chapter 1, we're going to do verse 6 through 7, right? And she conceived again. This is Hosea's wife. She conceived again and bare a daughter. And God said unto her, call her name Lo Rahamah, for I will no more have mercy upon the house of Israel. You see, I will no more have mercy upon the house of Israel, but I will utterly take them away. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah and will save them by the Lord their God. You see that? And will save them by the Lord their God. And will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, nor by horses, nor by horsemen. All right. So he's saying he's gonna have mercy on the nation of Judah, right? And we know, like I said, we're not gonna go through the history, but all you gotta do is go read the book of Nehemiah and go read the book of Ezra, right? Those books depict the coming back of the children of Judah to their homeland from being enslaved in Babylon 70 years. You see, I will have mercy on Judah, right? And even when they came back, right, the law and the scepter was still in Judah, right? The priests were the I guess you would say the priests were the leading or the authoritative role in the kingdom at the time, right? Let's look at this though. Let's go to Psalms 89. Look at this. Psalms 89. Psalms 89. And then we just got a few more after this. Psalms 89. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. Psalms 89. Psalms 89. All right. Because he done got rid of Israel. All we got left is Judah right now. Right? In this time. Right? Judah. The kingdom of Judah is the only people on the planet that's proclaiming the name of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right? Psalms 89. And we're going to do 3 through 4. Psalms 89, 3 through 4, and it reads, I have made a covenant with my chosen. I have sworn unto David my servant. Thy seed will I establish forever and build up thy throne to all generations. You see that? Build up your throne to all. David ain't here no more. So whose throne is he saying he gonna build up? Right? That seed, right? It's gonna come through Judah, right? That seed that's gonna crush the serpent's head is gonna come through Judah. It's gonna come through David. Check this out. Psalm 78. Let's go to Psalm 78. Psalm 78. And it's gonna stay in Judah until Shiloh comes. That's why getting the understanding of the Old Testament is important. That's important, man, for when you get to the New Testament, right? It's not going to sound new if you understand what I'm saying, right? 78. We're going to do 1 through 8, right? This is basically a breakdown of what we just read in Chronicles. What our people done and what the Most High had to do, right? So Psalm 78, and we're going to do 1 through 8, and it reads, Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. See, I will utter dark sayings of old. What is utter dark sayings of old? Right? His prophecies. You see? His prophecies about a Messiah coming, a seed coming to fix what was broken in the garden. A virgin having a baby, right? These are dark sayings, you see, of old that our fathers told us. We can go read in Isaiah. He told us that a virgin was going to give birth. You see, verse 4. We will not hide them from their children, showing to the generations to come the praises of the Lord and his strength and his wonderful works that he have done. You see, all through this whole Old Testament, we see the works of him fulfilling his prophecy in Genesis. All right, verse 5. For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children, that the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born. That's us. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, right? We wasn't taught the law. All right. I'm going to read verse 6 again. That the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who shall arise and declare them to their children, that they might set their hope in God. See, knowing the law, knowing his word gives us hope, right? Gives us hope that this Messiah is coming, right? And in Peter in them time, right, this was the hope. In Jacob in them time, this was the hope that the Messiah is coming through my loins, right? That they might set their hope in God and not forget the works of God, but keep his commandments. Verse 8. And might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation, a generation that set not their heart aright and whose spirit was not steadfast with God, right? Just like our fathers in the garden, spirit was not steadfast with God, right? Our spirit steadfast with the serpent, still even to this day, right? Skip down to verse 36, 36 through 40. Nevertheless, they did flatter him with their mouth, and they lied unto him with their tongues, for their heart was not right with him, neither were they steadfast in his covenant. But he, being full of compassion, forgave their iniquity and destroyed them not. Yea, many a time turned his anger away and did not stir up all of his wrath. Remember, I'm going to have mercy on Judah. You see? Even Israel. All right? 39. For he remembered that they were but flesh, a wind that passeth away and cometh not again. How often did they provoke him in the wilderness and grieve him in the desert? Skip down to 56, do 56 through 61. Yet they tempted and provoked the Most High, and kept not his testimonies, but turned back and dwelt unfaithfully like their fathers. They were turned aside like a deceitful bow, for they provoked him to anger with their high places, and moved him to jealousy with their graven images. When God heard this, he was wroth, and greatly abhorred Israel, so that he forsook the tabernacle of Shiloh. You see, he forsook the tabernacle of Shiloh. Remember, he threw Judah in captivity too. That's why I say, go read the book of matter of fact, hold on. Let me show you something. Let me go back. Look at this. Babylonian captivity, right? In the days of Zedekiah. You see? So they got snatched up too. But when you go read the book of Nehemiah and Ezra, you see that the Most High had mercy upon them and allowed them to come back, because the scepter shall never depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet. You see? So he allowed them to come. Like I said, we're not going to get into that, but go read the book of Nehemiah and the book of Ezra. All right? Where are we at? Verse 61. Now I'm going to do 60 again. So that he forsook the tabernacle of Shiloh, the tent which he had placed among men, and delivered his strength into captivity and his glory into the enemy's hands. All right, skip down to 65. We're going to take it on out. 65 reads, Then the Lord awaked as one out of sleep, and like a mighty man that shouteth by reason of wine. And he smote his enemies in the hinder parts, and put them to perpetual reproach. Moreover, he refused the tabernacle of Joseph, and chose not the tribe of Ephraim. Remember, Ephraim is the northern kingdom. That's who the northern kingdom is referred to. Ephraim, Joseph's youngest son, right? He didn't choose Ephraim, right? He got rid of Ephraim. Look at this. Verse 68. But chose the tribe of Judah, the mount of Zion, which he loved. You see, the serpent shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet. 69. And he built his sanctuary like high places, like the earth which he established forever. And we gonna look these last few verses. We gonna look at how he built his sanctuary, right? Check this out. Like the high places, like the earth which he established forever. He chose David, also his servant, and took him from the sheepfolds. From following the ewes, great with young, he brought him to feed his people and Israel's inheritance. Let me read that again. From following the ewes, great with young, he brought him to feed his people Jacob and Israel his inheritance. You see, this is what the elders of Israel were saying to Jacob when they came to Hebron. They was quoting this right here. This Psalms 78, 71. Of course, it wasn't Psalm 78, 71 then, but this is what they was quoting, right? Jacob was to feed the people. Now, physically, yeah, Jacob done that, but on a more spiritual level, right? The Messiah was going to come from him. That one that was going to set up a new banner, a new standard, right? That was broken in the garden, right? This guy was going to come from him. This is what this prophecy is saying. All right. 72. So he fed them according to the integrity of his heart and guided them by skillfulness of his hands. And that's what Christ did when he came, right? But let's look at this, though. That's going to be the next lesson. Let's look at this. Let's go to Luke. Because we're about to fast forward now. Fast forward in the time. We see, real quick, we see captivity. Boom, they come back, right? Book of Nehemiah, Ezra, tell you how Judah is built back up again, right? But we don't have kings. We got priestly rule, right? Until, I guess, the time of Herod. Herod became king, but he wasn't an Israelite. He wasn't on the line of David. If I'm not mistaken, I think he was an Edomite. Don't quote me on that. Not quite sure, but I think. All right. But, yeah, let's fast forward to the time of Christ, right? Let's fast forward. Let's go to Luke. See who's still in power. See who's still ruling, right? Because this is like over maybe 400 years or so, right? We see the tribe of Judah is the only tribe standing. Israel's gone into captivity. Judah went into captivity, came back. Judah, the only tribe standing. The scepter is still in Judah. You have to come to Judah, the kingdom of Judah, if you want to know anything about the God of this Bible. If you want to know anything about the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you got to go to Jerusalem at this time, right? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet. All praise. Let's go to Luke, though. Luke 1, 26 through 38. Because remember, the whole thing is about this woman's seed, right? So let's look at this. So we have Luke 1. Fast forward to crisis time. Shiloh come. All right. Luke 1, 26 through 38. And it reads, and in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from God unto a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin espoused to a man who was named Joseph, of the house of David. And the virgin's name was Mary. And the angel came in unto her and said, Hail, thou that art highly favored, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women. And when she saw him, she was troubled at his saying, and cast in her mind what manner of salutations this should be. So Mary kind of like, man, what's going on here, basically. Verse 30. And the angel said unto her, Fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with God. And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb and bring forth a son, and shalt call his name Jesus. He shall be great, and shall be called the Son of the Highest. And the Lord God shall give unto him the throne of his father David. You see? This the prophecy repeating itself now. Following prophecy. Remember, the Most High told David, excuse me, I'm gonna establish your throne. Excuse me, I'm gonna establish your throne forever. You see? We want to talk about Solomon. You see? I will give him the throne of his father David. 33. He shall reign over the house of Jacob forever, and his kingdom there shall be no end. You see, over the house of Jacob, not Judah, but Jacob. Jacob meaning the whole nation of Israel. You see? Where we at? I'm gonna do 33 again. He shall reign over the house of Jacob forever, and his kingdom, and of his kingdom there shall be no end. Then said Mary unto the angel, How shall this be, seeing I know not a man? And the angel answered and said unto her, The Holy Ghost shall come unto thee, and the power of the highest shall overshadow thee. Therefore also that the holy thing which shall be born of thee shall be called the Son of God. So he's telling her that the Holy Spirit is going to impregnate you, not a man. All right. And behold, thy cousin Elizabeth, she have also conceived a son in her old age, and this is the 6th month with her, who was called barren. For with God nothing shall be impossible. And Mary said, Behold, the handmaid of the Lord, be it unto me according to thy word. And the angel departed from her. All right, so let's go look at Mary's genealogy. Let's go to Luke chapter 3. Let's go to Luke chapter 3. Luke chapter 3, we got 2 more after this, y'all. Luke chapter 3, and we're going to do 23, then we're going to do some skipping. All right? Because remember, until Shiloh come now, the scepter going to be in Judah, the standard or the banner or the authority is going to be in Judah until Shiloh come. So we had 23, verse 23, and it reads, And Jesus himself began to be about 33 years of age, being, as was supposed, the son of Joseph, which was the son of Heli. Now, understand, this is important, right? It said, as was supposed. When you look that up, that's a custom, right? The custom is his son-in-law, all right? They usually didn't do genealogy through the line of women, right? So Luke it looks as though he took Mary's father, because when it says was espoused the son of Joseph, which was the son of Heli, right? This actually saying this was the son-in-law of Heli. And when we go to the next spot, you're going to see why. All right. So the son-in-law or which was the son of Heli, which was in fact Mary's father. All right. So this is why this will be the genealogy of Mary. It's also why I said keep the name Nathan in mind, David's son Nathan in mind. All right. All right. So that's 23. Skip down to verse 27. Which was the son of Johanna, which was the son of Rehasa, which was the son of Zerubbabel, which was the son of Salathiel, which was the son of Neri. Again, we just doing genealogy, right? Now, real quick, Luke did it a little different, right? Luke started with Joseph and traced it all the way back to Adam, right? It's a reason why he done this. We're going to read this first, then we're going to come back and get a better explanation of why, all right? Which was the son of Neri. Now, skip down to verse 31, and we're going to do 31 through 33. Which was the son of Malaiah, which was the son of Manan, which was the son of Mathatha, which was the son of Nathan, which was the son of David. All right. So what is Luke saying here? That Mary came through the line of Nathan. You see, that's who Mary came through, the line of Nathan. So she's also a son of David. All right. Which was the son of Jesse, which was the son of Obed, which was the son of Boaz, which was the son of Solomon, which was the son of which was the son of Salmon, which was the son of Nason, which was the son of Amminadab, which was the son of Aram, which was the son of Ezram, which was the son of Pharez, which was the son of Judah. You see, it all leads back to Judah. Now skip down to verse 37 and go. We're gonna do 37 through 38 because Luke was showing us something here. All right, verse 37, which was the son of Methuselah, which was the son of Enoch, which was the son of Jared, which was the son of Malaleel, which was the son of Canaan, which was the son of Enos, which was the son of Seth, which was the son of Adam, which was the son of God. You see that? So what is Luke showing us? Right? That this virgin right here, Mary, was in fact the woman who the seed was coming from. That's why he traced it all the way back to Adam, right? Because Mary is the woman that this seed is coming from. You see? Now let's go to Matthew. Let's look at Matthew genealogy. Then we're gonna break down the differences, right? Matthew genealogy. All right. Let's go to Matthew chapter 1, and we're gonna do 8 through 25. Matthew chapter 1, we're gonna do 8 through 25. All right. And Asa begat Josaphat, and Jehoshaphat begat Jehoram. Now, matter of fact, let me start at verse 6. Oh, I'm tripping. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me start at verse 18. I'm going to do 18 through 25. Yeah, 18 through 25. And then we're going to go back and read 1 through 16. All right, so we have Matthew 1, 18 through 25, and it reads. Oh, let me get a little squeeze real quick. Now, the birth of Jesus Christ was on this wise. When his mother was espoused to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Ghost. Then Joseph, her husband, being a just man, not willing to make her a public example, was minded to put her away privately. But while he thought on these things, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a dream, saying, Joseph, the son of David, fear not to take unto thee Mary thy wife, for that which is conceived in her is of the Holy Ghost. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins. You see that? Save his people from their sins. We're going to get into that a little bit more on the next lesson. All right, let's stay on topic though. Verse 22. Now all this was done that it might be fulfilled, Now all this was done that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which being interpreted, God is with us. If I'm not mistaken, that's Isaiah 9, maybe, that Matthew was talking about. Isaiah 9 or 10, maybe. I know it's in Isaiah, though. Then Joseph, being raised from sleep, did as the angel of the Lord had bidden him, and took unto him his wife, and knew her not until she had brought forth her firstborn son, and called his name Yeshua. All right, now let's look at Joseph's genealogy. All right. Notice Mary's genealogy came through Nathan, right? Now look at Joseph. All right, let's do Matthew 1 through 16. Chapter 1 through 16 in the reads. The book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Now look how Matthew started with Abraham. All right. As opposed to like how Luke did, he started with Joseph and went backward, right? Matthew started with Abraham. Like I said, after we read this, we're gonna look at why this was done like this. All right, just stay with us. All right, so we had Matthew chapter 1, and we're gonna do 1 through 16. The book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot Judas and his brethren. And Judas begot Pharez, and Zerah of Tamar, and Pharez begot Esrom, and Esrom begot Aram. And Aram begot Aminadab, and Aminadab begot Naason, and Naason begot Salmon, and Salmon begot Boaz of Rechab, and Boaz begot Obed of Ruth, and Obed begot Jesse, and Jesse begot David, the king, and David the king begot Solomon. See that? Of her that had been the wife of Urias. So like Mary came through the line of Nathan, it looks like Joseph is coming through the line of Solomon. All right. And Solomon begot Rehoboam, and Rehoboam begot Abiah, and Abiah begot Asa, and Asa begot Jehoshaphat, and Jehoshaphat begot Joram, and Joram begot Ozias, and Ozias begot Joatham, and Joatham begot Achaz, and Achaz begot Ezekias, and Ezekias begot Manasseh, and Manasseh begot Ammon, and Ammon begot Josias. And Josias begot Jeconias and his brethren about the time they were carried away to Babylon. Remember, Judah got carried away to Babylon too. This was around that time, right? And after they were brought to Babylon, Jeconias begot Salathiel, and Salathiel begot Zerubbabel. Zerubbabel begot Abiud, and Abiud begot Elikim, and Elikim begot Azar, and Azar begot Zadok, and Zadok begot Achim, and Achim begot Eliud. And Eliud begot Eleazar, and Eleazar begot Mathan, and Mathan begot Jacob. And Jacob begot Joseph, the husband of Mary, on whom was born Yeshua, who was called Hamashiach. You see that? So Jacob begot Joseph. That was Joseph's actual dad. That's why when we go to Luke 3, right, it says so the supposed son, Joseph, son of Heli, right? That was his father-in-law. This was Joseph's actual dad, Jacob, right? So what are the differences between Luke and Matthew? Matthew again follows Solomon, whereas Luke follows Nathan, right? Matthew begins with Abraham because Matthew is talking directly to Jews. You see, so Matthew is letting you know that Christ not only comes from the line of Jews, but also comes from the kingship line, right, of David. Letting you know that Christ can be king, you know, because Joseph, his dad or his adopted father, is in the line of the kingship. You see, that's why Matthew done that, right? Luke begins with Adam, right? Because he's letting you know that Mary is in fact this seed. I'm sorry, the woman that will bring forth the seed prophesied in Genesis. Right, this is the two differences. Right, this is why they're given the genealogy of Joseph, the adopted father, his earthly father, and Mary, his earthly mother, to let us know that it came from Judah. Right, the scepter shall not leave Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet until Shiloh comes. You see, I will establish thy throne, David, forever, right? So this seed had to come from his line. All right. Let's look at the last spot. Let's go to John. This is why Judah, the kingdom of Judah, is standing when the Messiah is walking the earth. But look what we're about to read in John. So we're gonna do John chapter 1, and we're gonna do 10 through 20. And then we're gonna do 20 through 20, 25 through 29. Get a little square right quick. All right. Shabbat shalom, everybody still in the chat, man. I'll pray that y'all still with us, man. Still hanging on in there. Hope this making sense, right? Hope this, we getting edified, because that's the whole point, man. We want folks to be edified, right? And when you talk about the Most High's people, right? You gotta look through prophecy. You gotta look at prophecy, right? And I think these lessons will allow you to go to reference, right, the bloodline of the Messiah, right? And then, like I said, look out today and see, okay, these is the people of the book. Them ain't the people of the book. Like I said, just stay with us, man. Like I said, the next part 5 is gonna seal it all up, Lord willing. All right. So we had John 1, 10 through 20, and it reads, He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of a man, but of God. And the word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as one of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. You see that? Full of grace and truth. What truth? The truth of what's been talked about all through the scripts up until now, right? That a virgin is going to give birth to a seed that's going to fix what was broken in the garden. That's all that's been talked about, right? Truth. Verse 15. John bare witness of him and cried, saying, This was he of whom I spake. He that cometh after me is preferred before me. He was before me. And of his fullness have all we received, and grace for grace. For the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came by Jesus Christ. No man has seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him. And this is the record of John, when the what? You see that? When the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask, Who art thou? You see? So still in the ruling power is the Levites and the Jews. You see? The quote unquote kingdom of Judah. Still in play right here. The authority in the world when it comes to who the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is still in Jerusalem. Ran by the Levites and the Jews. Oh, and Benjamin is in there too. Kingdom of Judah. All right. Matter of fact, Paul, he said, I'm a Benjamite, right? Of the tribe of Benjamin. You see? See how it's making sense? Remember, we read the kingdom of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. You see? That's the kingdom of Judah. Those are considered Jews, right? But there was another kingdom, northern kingdom, that was snatched up by the Assyrians that make up the whole kingdom of Israel. Let's read, though. Verse 20. When he confessed and denied not, but confessed, I am not the Christ. Skip down to 25, and we're going to do 25 through 29. And they asked him and said unto him, Why baptizest thou then, if thou be not the Christ, nor Elias, neither that prophet? John answered them, saying, I baptize with water, but there standeth one among you whom ye know not. He it is who cometh after me is preferred before me, whose shoes latchet, I am not worthy to unloose. These things were done in Bethabara beyond Jordan, where John was baptized. Verse 29. The next day, John seeth Jesus coming unto him and saith, Behold, the Lamb of God, which taketh away the sin of the world. That's the lesson, man. It's all about prophecy, the scepter and the lawgiver, right? The lawgiver has come. Shiloh has arrived now, right? John sees him and just proclaimed to the people, the Lamb to take away the sins of the world has arrived, right? And that's what we're going to get into the next lesson. What's his standard? Remember, because he's going to be an ensign, right? What's his standard? What's his banner? Because up until this time, we've been operating on the mindset of the guard that our fathers had in the guard, right? Even our high priests, even our leaders at this time, right? Operating on the mindset of our fathers in the guard, right? The banner has arrived. The ensign has arrived, right? So we're going to see now why no longer, right, we look to the temple, right? Judah no longer has the authority, right, like it once had. Shiloh's here now. The real high priest is here now. And that's what we're going to get into the next lesson. So I hope folks was edified. All praises, folks, still on the line, man. Hope this made sense. Hope we know now why he told Judah that, right, that the lawgiver and the scepter will not depart from you. I hope we can edify the next person, right? If the next person may be struggling or, might need an understanding of this prophecy, where the seed come from and what was the whole goal, right? So, yeah, I hope y'all have a rest of y'all Shabbat, man. Again, thanks to everybody that's still on, man, listening, following along, man. Just want to give a shout out to all the elders, man, that allow us to come up on here, man, and feed the people. Give a shout out to everybody that's listening online, man. Those of y'all that's on Facebook. We love y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in. Give a shout out to my wife, man. Hope you get some rest, baby. We'll pick it up next week for sure, Lord willing. And just thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. I hope this is helping, right? Hope you being edified, man. That's like I said, that's basically the whole purpose, man, is to get some understanding of this, right? And not just to follow what mainstream media is spewing, or what mainstream religion is putting out there. Mainstream religion is doing us a disservice, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It's been on my heart for a while, man. Mainstream religion is doing the people a disservice, and I just admonish that if you saying you love Christ and you want to do right, man, and you want to live righteously, pick this book up and read it for yourself. Ask them for understanding, man, and read it for yourself, man, because our leaders and our religious institutions are doing us a disservice. And I'm not gonna say all, what I see, the majority of what I see is doing a disservice, man. Even a lot of these Sabbath classes doing a disservice. So, yeah, man, y'all have a great rest of y'all Sabbath, man. Hope this made sense. Hope we get some edification. And like I said, if y'all got any questions, man, just go ahead and send it to the Aquila Priscilla M at gmail.com. Like I said, this ain't the end all be all, man. Well, I'm still learning too. So if you got questions, if we said something that you didn't get or didn't make sense, shoot the email, man, and we can dialogue. So again, man, y'all have a great rest of y'all Shabbat. Love y'all. Until next time, man, I'm in one of my favorites, man. A shout out to my brother Vision, man. Vision the Hebrew. Reached out to a brother this week, man. Much love, bro. Hope your house is doing well, man. Hope you blessed. All praises. But yeah, we gonna end this out, man. One of my favorite songs, man. And like I said, man, y'all have a great rest of y'all Shabbat. Until next time, shalom.
Yeah. Vision of Hebrew. Let's get it. See, I was raised in the city where anybody died, trying to make it to the one where the righteous gon' survive. Fruit trees, living by the living water, suck it up. The wicked gon' get killed if it's blasphemy to shut it up. I'm trying to dwell with the righteous one. Yeah, Christ is king and I believe he's the begotten son. You don't believe, then I'm sorry you're forgotten, son. From the beginning, he's the light before the moon and sun. You mile so you can't get in Jerusalem. All that confusing that you doing like you speaking in tongues. Can you recite that? No, I don't think so, dude. I'll praise the Elohim for using me as a tool. I'm trying to chill with just men and stay away from the fools. Counting every man a liar in your who of the truth. New city, I can't wait to get in. I don't even speak my mind, boy, to brew up my pen.
He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Ruach saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the tree of life, which is in the midst of the paradise of Yah. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city.
Now we heard them either talking, we ain't worried about a thing. Keep our hand to the plow and regretting about a thing. Keep our faith on high, turn up peace what can't no rains. Wipe our fake, not sight, we ain't changing not a thing. Oh, don't worry, please don't worry. Yeshua true vine, we the branch keep growing. Your seed keep spreading, true seekers keep lurking. Cause all we wanna hear to our ears. Welcome to the new city. 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 We ain't never gonna stop till the casket drop. Y'all ain't well known round the block. Welcome to the new city. Welcome to the new city.
Old city season desolate since the enter into its gates. New city awaits for the real children of Israel to populate. Turn away from the son of perdition. Weeping gnashing of teeth. And D, or the son of the most high, can buy us free. Keys to the city, so much better than utopia. Y'all love is dope, and I ain't talking about opium. Open up them 4 gates, 3 names of the 12 tribes. Babylon reduced to ash. So be my filthy past compassionate. Before sleeping with a whore, be abstinent. Marriage ceremony of the lamb, be prepared for it. My goal is to see those streets of gold. Each won't have to teach no more. Whole world in the palm of his hand, and he ain't letting go. Oh Jerusalem, oh Jerusalem. Y'all taking the vanity out of beautiful. Who is Abba? Welcome to the new city. Yeah.
Now we heard them either talking, we ain't worried about a thing. Keep our hand to the plow and regretting about a thing. Keep our faith on high, turn up peace what can't no rains. Wipe our fake, not sight, we ain't changing not a thing. Oh, don't worry, please don't worry. Yeshua true vine, we the branch keep growing. Your seed keep spreading, true seekers keep lurking. Cause all we wanna hear to our ears. Welcome to the new city. 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 We ain't never gonna stop till the casket drop. Y'all ain't well known round the block. Welcome to the new city.
New city, new
Welcome
city.
to the new city.
Hey, let me tell you about my father's business. I'm what they call a witness. Sometimes the subject of discussion's judgment, not all forgiveness. Some people forced descendant, with others the law was given. I turned away from all wickedness when I saw a vision. It was a new earth, governed by the dark skin. Those up under the covenant are the ones chosen to have part in. We're steady exposing all these dark men. We're walking on water, I guess you could say that the way that we move resembles a shark will spin. We'll never burn in hell, but watch us glow in heaven. My father told me it won't prosper when they show a weapon. We're chosen prophets, so you know we're pressing. Our righteous energy will disarm the enemy as we overstep them. You know that family means a lot in our culture, man. No pork is royal blood flowing through our kosher veins. There's a whole lot of obstacles we've overcame. It's the new city, Yahushua will let them vocals
now
sound.
we heard them either talking, we ain't worried about a thing. Keep our hand to the plow and regretting about a thing. Keep our faith on high, turn up peace what can't no rains. Wipe our fake, not sight, we ain't changing not a thing. Oh, don't worry, please don't worry. Yeshua true vine, we the branch keep growing. Your seed keep spreading, true seekers keep lurking. Cause all we wanna hear to our ears. Welcome to the new city. 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 We ain't never gonna stop till the casket drop. Y'all ain't well known round the block. Welcome to the new city. Welcome to the new city.
Got my hand to the plow with my mind in the clouds. Paying what I owe, spend my time keeping vows. Food for the soul, bread of life, be the chow. In the end, every knee gon' bow. Prayer dwell in his house. Kingdom in my sights, now I'm gunning. On the straight and narrow, steady pace, how I'm running. Confident and bold to his throne, how I'm coming. Payment on the back end, no fronting. I'm talking streets of gold. Dead eternal rest for my soul. Firm in the faith, won't bend nor fold. Living sound doctrine, faithful words on my whole. Follow righteousness, yeah, we live by a code. New Jeru, I hope he give us words to come through. It's men
We heard them either talking, we ain't worried about a thing. Keep our hand to the plow, ain't regretting about a thing. Keep our faith on high, turn on peace, what can't no rains. Wipe our faith, not sight, we ain't changing not a thing. Oh, don't worry, please don't worry. Yeshua, true vine, we the branch, keep growing. Every seed keep spreading, true secrets keep lurking. Cause all we wanna hear to our ears. Welcome to the new city. 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 We ain't never gonna stop till the cash get dropped. Y'all ain't well known round the block. Welcome to the new city. Welcome to the new city.
Shabbat shalom. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Shabbat. Till next time, man. Love y'all.